Welcome back to chemistry class. Today, we're going to be looking at alkyl groups in organic chemistry. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so. And don't forget to click the notification bell for my subsequent content. Now, what is alkyl? Alkyl groups are groups that are derived from alkanes when there is loss of a hydrogen atoms. That is, the first member of alkane is methane. The first member is methane with the formula CH4. When methane lost an hydrogen atom, it forms CH3 plus hydrogen. Now, this is methane. When this one is methane, now, when we remove ALK and put meth here, we form what? Methyl. So this is methyl. The second member of alkane group, C2H6. When it lost one hydrogen atom, it forms C2H5 plus H. So this one is ethane. So when it lost one hydrogen atom and we remove ALK and put ETH, we form what? Ethyl. Ethyl. Now the third group, C3H8, when it lost one hydrogen atom, we have C3H7 plus H. When this one is called propane, when it lost one hydrogen atom, it forms propyl. So in this case, these are how alkyl groups are formed. From here, alkyl group can be given a general molecular formula of CN H2N plus 1 because there is a loss of hydrogen atom from the previous general formula of alkane, which is CN H2N plus 2. So when it lost one hydrogen atom here, when we subtract 1 here, we are going to have CN H2N plus 1. That is the general molecular formula of alkyl, or it is represented as capital letter R. Whenever we find capital letter R, it refers to as CnH2n plus 1. The next terms we're going to talk about in organic chemistry is functional groups. What is a functional group? A functional group is an atom, a group of atoms, otherwise known as radicals, or a bond common to a homologous series and which determines the main chemical properties of that organic compound. So the functional group always determine the chemical properties of that organic compound. If you could recall, we discussed about the carbon atom in alkane, that as they move down the group, the carbon atom increases, thereby decreases the solubility of that organic compound. Now, the increase in carbon atom of that alkane is what we refer to as the alkyl group. So the higher the alkyl group, the lower the solubility. But when we have functional group in an organic compound, it promotes the chemical property of that compound. It promotes the solubility and the reactivity of that particular organic compound when it comes to reaction. Now, let us now look at the homologous series and their different functional groups. Now let's look at these different homologous series, their general formula, and the functional group. Number one, alkanes. It has the general formula of RH. Don't forget the meaning of R, CnH2n plus 1. And the functional group is this single bond. Two, haloalkanes. The word halo means halogens, alkane. That is RX, where these X are halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine. And the functional group is the halogens that are there. Then three, alkanols with ROH, and the functional group is this OH. Then we have alkanes. Alkanes, that is C double bond O R H. The functional group is this HCO, that is CHO. Then the alkanols, we have RC double bond O R prime. So this R and R prime, the only difference is they might be the same or different. We can have this R sometimes to be CH3 and the R prime will also be CH3. So in order to separate them, we use R and R prime. Or sometimes they might be different. This one can be C2, H5. They can be different sometimes. Now in that case, alkanones has the functional group of C double bond O, that is CO. Then we have ethers. Ethers is ROR prime, and the functional group is this OR prime. Number 7, carboxylic acid. The general molecular formula R C double bond O OH, and the functional group is COOH. Then number 8, primary amines. We have RNH. While NH is a functional group. Amides, we have RC double bond O NH2. And the functional group is this C double bond O NH2. And number 10, we have nitrites, R, C triple bond N, and the functional group is C triple bond N. So this is a functional group. Now, what is now the major difference between alkyl group and functional group? Alkyl group deter the solubility of organic compounds in a reaction, meaning they prevent the solubility, they prevent reactivity. The larger the alkyl group in a compound, the lower the reaction of that organic compound in the reaction. While the higher the functional group, the faster the chemical reaction of that organic compound in that reaction. So, functional group promotes reactivity, alkyl group defer reactivity. This is the difference between alkyl group and functional group. So, if you are given different organic compounds, then we look at the functional group and the alkyl group to tell which one will react faster or not. So, this is Lateef Ismaila Akanbi, your chemistry and mathematics tutor. I meet you in the next class. Thank you.